bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
With the passing of winter, a whole new set of problems to become aware of when it comes to your skin and springtime. Hi, I'm Janelle Wolf, and you're watching Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me today is Dr. Harriet Comite. She's a fellow with the American Academy of Dermatology, board-certified dermatologist, and my dermatologist. Thank you again for joining us today to talk about skin and specifically what's going on outside now that we're back out there at picnics and gardening, at the kid soccer game. What do we need to be aware of?
Well, of course, the most important thing, the three most important things to be aware of is sunblock, sunblock, sunblock. And they should contain a physical block like zinc or titanium to prevent the damage you get from being outdoors. In addition, you want to think about protecting your skin from the sun with hats and clothing and preventing sunburn. In this area, there's a lot of fair-skinned people, and even a little bit of sun can cause a sunburn. So actually, by taking an aspirin before you go outdoors, if you're going to be outdoors for a long time, you could prevent a mild sunburn.
From aspirin?
From aspirin.
Never knew
yes.
that.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a lot of people who think, well, it's only springtime, it was only wintertime. We don't put sunscreen on until summertime when we're actually laying out in the sun.
Right.
But big myth.
Right. It's an absolute myth. You need to wear sunblock every single morning. By doing that, it's the best cosmetic you can use on your skin, and long-term you'll avoid brown spots, wrinkles, and worst of all, skin cancer.
Another unfortunate thing that's happening once we're outside again is things are growing that are poisonous and make our skin flare up in bad ways. We do have a picture of something nasty you might have seen already, poison ivy. What do we do about poison ivy?
Well, first of all, you want to be aware of the type of leaves it is. And there's a saying that says, leaves of three, let them be. But if you don't recognize it, or they're mixed with other weeds or other types of plants, you want to try and prevent it. If you are allergic to poison ivy, and by the way, not everybody is. But
I don't think I am.
Right, you can be exposed to it and not break out at all. But the leaves in the spring and summer are younger, tender leaves which are easily bruised. And the actual allergen in poison ivy is the sap of the plant, which you can come into contact with from either the leaves or the stems or the roots of the plants. But once you come into contact with them, if you don't wash it off rapidly, you will get the rash of poison ivy with severe itching.
So if you have it on your arm and you accidentally touch your head, is it going to go from here to here?
If you have the sap on your arm, that's an excellent question. But if you have a sap on your arm, yes, it will go from there. But if the blisters of poison ivy or the rash of poison ivy breaks out on your arm and you touch it, no, you cannot spread poison ivy. A lot of people think you can by touching it, but you actually have to be exposed to the sap.
How harmful is it for scratching? Because some people just need that relief and they need to just feel better.
Right. It is harmful to scratch, but it is a very, very itchy disease. You can't spread it by scratching. When you scratch, you further open your skin, which allows infections to come, and you may need antibiotics at that point.
And there's always scarring.
Yes, you can get scarring from scratching.
What do you recommend over the counter that people use? Because I've heard there's some creams out there, maybe like an oatmeal bath for soothing. Is that enough?
That would be helpful, but it's probably before your time because it's before my time. But there was a song by Posters called Poison Ivy, and one of the lines is you're going to need an ocean of calamine lotion. So calamine lotion, which is drying, and by the way, it comes in skin color now, it comes in light color. It isn't that bright pink anymore. That will help soothe, and oatmeal baths. But for more than any mild, and over-the-counter cortisone creams will help. But anything that's more than slightly mild, you need to see a dermatologist. And we can get poison ivy or oak or sumac under control fairly rapidly within a couple of days. And another point is new lesions of poison ivy, new rashes come out up to 3 weeks after exposure.
Oh.
So that is something you have to be aware of, that it may take that long for a rash to come out. And people may catch it from their dogs and cats. They're not susceptible to poison ivy, but if they get sap on their fur and you pet them, you will get poison ivy.
Give the dog a bath. Thank you, Dr. Comite.
You're welcome.
I'm Janelle Wolf, and you've been watching Comcast Newsmakers with Dr. Harriet Comite. For more news and information, you can visit us online, cn8.tv.